Good day. This is a gift from Dr. Thomas Lucky Clinic about blood sugar control. 23 million people have diabetes and about 56 million are pre-diabetic, which means they are borderline. And even though I do not believe in this terminology, I just call it blood sugar problems. We almost all have blood sugar problems in this country. And it's not necessarily what we're eating ourselves, but it's what is eating us that's really the root of the issue. Because if we change what's eating us, then we will change what we are eating. So it really begins at the heart level in recognizing what is really propagating this issue of obesitis and inflammation and insulin resistance. And so I want to really talk to you about the basics of controlling your health and controlling your blood sugar, because really we don't have that issue here in our clinic. Our clinic is about health and wellness and restoration and regeneration of the body, which happens without your knowledge a lot of times, even when you do the right thing, which is take control of your health. Realize there's a challenge before you and commit yourself to that challenge. And a lot of people do not have their health because they do not take control. They don't want control. They don't want responsibility. And so if you are not interested in taking responsibility for your issue, you have no interest in my clinic or what we have to offer. So number one is responsibility. Okay? So again, what is a blood sugar problem in the first place? A blood sugar problem is a lack of control. Lacking control spiritually, physically, and mentally. And that is really the importance of things. So it has to do with resistance. When you're resisting something, you're trying to control it. Okay? So you don't need to control things, actually, as far as the situation. You just need to control yourself. You can't control everybody's lives. So the deal is, when you recognize it's a real problem with yourself and not your surroundings, then amazing things manifest themselves. So what takes place when you resist? You need more blood sugar to get the blood sugar into the muscles so you can survive. See, it's all about survival. It's all about living. It's all about reproduction. Okay? So what we're talking about here is finding what are you resisting in life. A lot of times it has nothing to do with what's going on right now. It has something to do with your childhood, or your mother-father relationships, or your father relationship and your work relationship, where you're resisting something against your will. And you feel obligated that you have to do it, but you really don't want to do it. Those type of things will cause the body to start needing blood sugar and excess blood sugar. So it overworks the body's ability to process this blood sugar, and your insulin becomes resistant. Your cortisol level goes sky high, and you come down with a situation with elevated blood sugar, which promotes all kinds of disease. Now, the basis of blood sugar problems is not anything, actually, as far as fear associated with blood sugar regulation. The issue comes when you get the terminology diabetes, and you're diabetic, and you claim that, you possess that, it becomes your friend. You own it, and you bought it. All these type of things. You bought a disease that's associated with amputation, having a heart attack, stroke, losing your vision, and just horrible health from every aspect. And all it is inflammation. That's the basis of everything, is inflammation. That's the basis of the aging process. That's why I deal with no issue but the aging process. So one thing is to get your mind straight. Control your mind. Control your thoughts, actually. When you control your thoughts and you're willing to forgive and you're willing to move on with your life, then that can help your blood sugar tremendously. The other thing is to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Your diet should consist of about 80% fruits and vegetables. And what we're talking about, the rawer it is, the better it is. Okay? So if we actually are dealing with a sick system, a lot of times you can't eat raw food, so you need to boil or steam your food lightly, your vegetables, and to allow them to be better digested, because you don't have the digestive capability. And over the time period, you can eat raw food, and raw food is delicious. I eat it all the time, so it's very important. Second thing is elimination of all breads. I'm talking about gluten-containing bread. White bread especially, because it actually has alloxin as a byproduct chemical in the whitening process that actually destroys your pancreatic cells. Okay, so you want to eliminate that. You want to eliminate wheat. You want to eliminate your oats, especially if you're insulin resistant. Oats has some basis, and a lot of times I'll tell people, let your oats soak overnight. Because that actually decreases the gluten effect actually that takes place, and it's a milder gluten. But the issue is insulin resistance, and that's what we're trying to reduce, is all these grains that we're obsessed with. We get way too much, and especially the wheat with the gluten and the effect of morphine receptors, which causes a withdrawal effect if you're without these grains for just even 4 to 6 hours. Actually, the body starts wanting more grains, and it actually wants garbage food, which is really low caloric, high caloric and low nutrient dense food. So avoid all these things now. So you want to eat about very minimal amount of animal protein, about the size of the palm of your hand each day, actually. And it should be cold water fish, or such as cod, or mackerel, salmon, wild salmon, not farm salmon. Those type fish, which are healthy type fish, it improves the omega-3 type fats in the body. The other thing that's very important here is to eliminate chlorinated, fluorinated beverages of any kind, because these again are associated with alloxin. You want to get rid of coffee. Coffee contains high levels of caffeine, especially in the United States. It's just basically Ritalin. It's what it is. It's burned up, and it's just very destructive. And the caffeine combines with chlorine in your water, your wonderful water, to produce 7-dimethyl alloxan, as well as methylurea, which are not wonderful things. That's how they used to give rats alloxan to destroy their pancreatic beta cells, and this is where you hit your insulin. So goodness, we're eating these foods that are very destructive. Now, coffee necessarily is not a bad thing. Green coffee extract, and this is something health-wise. Actually, the berry itself has scientific evidence. It improves insulin resistance, and actually helps with the peak blood sugar that occurs when you actually eat food. The other thing is a food elimination diet, which is extremely important. And a lot of times you want to eliminate all wheat. You want to eliminate eggs. You want to eliminate the milk, because milk contains bovine serum albumin, which looks like the pancreas body attacks itself and destroys the pancreas. So you don't want that as well in your diet. You want to get rid of all artificial sweeteners, including gums or anything that actually contains aspartame, splendosaccharin, acesulfame K. All these contains are the same thing, actually, and they're not good for the body. You need to, healthier sugars or stevia that you can replace. But after a while, you don't want any of it. I don't have to have sugar. I don't like sugar. I got sugar. Everybody's got sugar. It's important you have sugar in your body. Glucose is sugar. But the issue is, I really don't have to have any of that type of stuff in my diet, and I get along quite well without it, and without all this type of craving that actually goes on. So the issue is, you don't have to have any of this stuff. You want to get rid of your juices unless you make them, and I recommend using the pulp as well as the juice itself, because it sort of helps with the balancing of the blood sugar and gives fermentated processes products actually. So the probiotics and prebiotics actually manifest themselves in the gut. So again, you want to eat the right foods. You want to get plenty of exercises, but you want to exercise your brain. You want to take control of your brain and actually do things out of the heart. Actually forgive. This is the time of forgiveness. Forgive. Move on to another year, actually, of health and wellness, and focus on vitality instead of getting old or disintegrating because another year has passed by. See, we get into these gloom and doom situations which create a lot of medical issues in our lives. I wrote a book on the miracle, Unleashing the Miracle Within, Dr. Lucky's 7 Steps. And the issue is here focusing on all these things that what we're talking about here, the emotional aspects, the physical aspect, the right nutrition that you need in your body actually to promote healing. And I believe that 50% of the issues actually that people deal with will be eliminated and in a very short period of time, because this is the way the body actually works. It's made to heal itself if you give it what it needs spiritually, physically, and mentally. So today I want to challenge you to be committed to take responsibility for your health and your wellness, because your doctor's not going to do it. Nobody's going to do it but you, because you care about yourself the most, and that's the way it should be. Okay? So remember today. Today is the day. Today is the day of change. New Year's resolutions are ahead. People fail on New Year's resolution. Don't make a New Year's resolution. Make it right now and in the present, that I'm going to change my life. I'm going to get my sugar under control. I'm not going to have this fear upon my life anymore. And I'm going to have wellness. Have a great day.